Doing calisthenics with the rings is next level, and I'm going to show you guys why. I'm going to break down an outdoor beach ring workout with my boy Ray. He's somebody that I do a lot of training with over at the Team Sparta camps. He's a monster. He doesn't do too much work with the rings, but I put him through a good ring workout. Lou 152, former national champion, staying strong after neck surgery. Let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to do is admire this beautiful park right here. This is Venetian Shores in Lindenhurst, Long Island. Got a nice setup right on the sand and the beach. And now we're getting into the ring pull-ups right here. I mean, this is a lot harder than doing regular pull-ups on the bar. Look, we're going all the way up, all the way down. With the rings, the point is not doing super high reps, is to do that full range of motion, right? This is like full lockout, bring it all the way up. This is like bringing your chest to the bar if it was on a bar. I like the rings because it's a lot easier on your joints. The rings move with you. So whichever way your body wants to go, your elbow wants to go, the rings, they move with you. And you know, what I was doing here is every rep, slight pause at the top. And that's where the real money comes with the rings. Now here's Ray. He's looking great on the rings right here. He matched my form. You see he's going full lockout on the bottom, all the way up. And you see how you could turn the rings in? That's the beautiful thing about the rings. On a pull-up bar, you know, you're going just like this. You're in a fixed position. But with the rings, that's where the real money is right there, right? You're like, you know, you're turning in. You're hitting your biceps too. So Ray doing a great job here. And he even said it in the video. He says, man, it's a lot harder on the rings. Like anything that you could do, for example, pull-ups, dips, push-ups, whatever, basically cut your reps in half on the rings. Now we're getting into the dips. These are extremely difficult. Now notice how I'm turning out the rings at the top here. That's where, once again, that's the beauty of the rings. That's where the real money is. Because when you turn the rings out, your chest is squeezing in. And you're also getting that straight arm strength, right? A lot of people don't train that straight arm strength, but this definitely works it. And this makes the rep a lot harder, right? Like a lot of people have trouble turning out the rings. So when Ray does it, I told him, yo, don't even worry about turning out the rings because, like I said, he doesn't really do rings too much, so he's not used to it. So I said, yo, let's just, you know, ease into it. So he's still doing great reps. You see it's shaking a lot. And that's another thing that makes the rings really hard. You have to stabilize everything. And the longer that the rope is with the ring, the harder it is. So if it's shorter, it doesn't move as much. It stays more stable. But the longer it is, the more it's going to move. So that's another thing how you can increase the difficulty on reps. Get into the rows right here. So a lot of people say that rows are a beginner exercise, like that a row is like a progression to get a pull-up. For me, rows is a staple in my program. The rows hit what the pull-ups don't, right? So the pull-ups are going to hit your lats, right? Mainly lats. It hits your whole back, but a lot of your lats. The rows is going to hit that upper back, your rhomboids. It's really good for posture, right? People who are slumped over at their desk all day, when you do the rows, it helps bring your shoulder blades back, that scapular movement right here. So also rows is going to kill your biceps, your brachialis right here. I love rows. Rows are a staple in my program. Here's Ray. You know, beautiful form right here. Same thing, right? And you notice how, same thing with the pull-ups, how you could turn. That's where that money is, right? You can't do that. You're doing rows on a regular bar, you're stuck like this. On the rings, you're able to turn in. Look at his scapula, right? He's out like this. When he comes up, that scapula moves, right? Great for posture. And, you know, pull-ups, that's a vertical pull. This is a horizontal pull. You need both. This is emulating like if you got to grab something and pull it like that, you know, that's what a row is, right? Pull-up is more, you know, pulling yourself up or something. But the rows is going to, you know, like this. Now, the last exercise is the push-ups, right? Same concept with the dips. You see how when I'm at the top, I'm turning it out, right? That's the advanced way of doing it. It's called RTO, rings turned out push-ups. So I love this. Same thing, you get that really deep motion. You see I'm breaking 90. You know, I'm going as deep as I possibly can in the ring. That's, you're getting that chest stretch. And on the way up, lockout, and you get that straight arm strength. Work on the bicep tendon. It makes it so much harder when you turn the rings out. Listen, if you're just starting, you want to get into the rings, you don't have to do that, but you want to definitely work up to doing this right here, because this is where, you know, this is where the extra gains come in. That's what the beauty of doing the push-ups is, right? You want to work up to turning it out, because if not, you could just do the push-ups on the floor or do it on a push-up bar. But if you're doing rings, you might as well use what's special about the rings. You know what I mean? Like, that's why we're doing ring push-ups. So right here, you see I'm cooked. Finished it. Now here's Ray. He was able to turn out a bit in the push-ups. So yeah, his form looks really good right here. He's doing a great job for somebody who really, you know, doesn't train with rings. You know, he's just a strong dude. Like I said, he's somebody that I do a lot of training with at the Spartan camps. We do a lot of training at Kennedy Park in Hempstead. So, you know, he's a monster. It's all a matter of I can't even pronounce it, but being specific, you know what I mean? Like, I train with rings a lot. I like rings. So yeah, that was a great set from Ray right there. And yeah, that's what a ring workout looks like for me, right? We hit the pull-ups, we hit the dips, we hit the rows, we hit the push-ups. Those are the basics, the essentials. You do them with really good form. You know, it's not like when you do the calisthenics on the floor or at the park, you know, without the rings, you want to get those high reps. That's the beauty of that. But with the rings, you want to get that flexibility, that range of motion, those full reps, turning out the rings. That's where the real money is there. So if you like this type of content, anything fitness, wrestling, motivation, subscribe. Lou152, staying strong after surgery.
Wrestling gang, what up?